And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for all the toy news, action figure news of the week that interested me, that hopefully interests you. And I got a lot of news this week, as we do almost every single week here on the channel. A little busier than it was last week, and we'll dive all into that. But first, a little bit of housekeeping. If you're watching this on Saturday, look for me in Chicago at C2E2. My first time ever at C2E2. I will be there. Good friend of the channel, Jeff George, will be there as well, picking him up from the airport. He's flying in for this special occasion. I will be at C2E2 on Saturday, and then Sunday we're both headed to the toy show, of course the King County Toy Show. So for me, I've been spending a lot of time in Illinois this week. I've had to go there 3 different occasions, 2 of them work related, 1 of them fun related, but that's the way it goes sometimes when you're a working man, especially the hardest working man in YouTube. But I will be at C2E2 on Saturday. Sunday, the King County Toy Show. If you're there and you see me, come say hello. I'll be around all weekend, I guess. Something like that. But that is on the docket this weekend. So filming toy news a day early. So if there's any toy news that dropped on Friday, we'll have to cover it next week. If you know, you know, I guess, on that. Of course, Patreon, it is the giveaway. The month of April, almost over, dangerously close. Is anybody ready for Asuka? Not sure if they are or not, but Asuka is the giveaway this month of April. We'll have a brand new giveaway, of course, next week, so we'll talk about that on the channel as well. But check out the Patreon. Truly the best way to support the channel, as I always do say. We got all kinds of stuff on Patreon every single day. Bonus videos, all the glamour shots. We got Q&As, giveaways, you name it. It's all going down on the Patreon every single day. And you get early access to both YouTube channels as well. And should mention my book, of course. Don't forget the book, available at Barnes & Noble and, of course, on Amazon. Appreciate all the support on the book. Very well represented right there. So there you go right there. Final piece of housekeeping is, of course, Whatnot. May 18th. I'm almost a little less than a month away, I guess, at this point here. I will be doing another Whatnot stream. Thanks to everybody that joined the last one. A lot of fun. We had about 100 people in that stream for a while. So it was very cool to chat with everybody. A little chit-chat back and forth. Selling stuff from my personal collection. Of course, as usual, link in the description of this video. You can sign up for Whatnot. You get a free $10 to spend on my channel or any other channel you want. Free is free. It's a free $10. I will also be doing a giveaway as part of it, of course. So if you guys want to be a part of the giveaway, you just have to be in the chat. You don't even have to buy anything. You just have to be in the giveaway. So you might want to get after that. Mark it, put a bookmark down, all that kind of fun stuff. But it will be on the 18th of May. My wife Angie will probably be there helping out as well. It was a lot of fun with her last time. A lot of good Q&A back and forth. Some banter, of course. But also my dad. He is penciled in with a heavy pencil that my dad is going to return. No reviews with him here. He's just going to stop in and take a break from his retirement tour. Say hi to everybody. Catch up with some people. Stay tuned for that as well. So we'll talk about it each week until we get closer. But hit the link in the description down below. Go bookmark the show. It'll save it for you. It'll send you a reminder, all that kind of fun stuff. And come join with me and the Kyle family. It feels like it's like the Carter family with old Johnny Cash back in the day is what it's kind of like. But should be a lot of fun, so bookmark it. See you guys over there on Whatnot. But let's dive into the toy news here. We got a lot to cover, a lot of ground to cover. And I guess let's start. We mentioned it briefly at the end of last week as I was filming the toy news. It was kind of dropping at the time, but we got a little bit more detailed pictures, things like that. It sounds like coming summer 2024 would be Unrivaled Series 15. Wouldn't be shocked to see Ringside get it before then, but maybe the stores summer 2024. I guess we'll see what happens there. But we do know All Ego Ethan Page. He's getting a regular edition plus the 1 of 3,000 edition in this wave. Should make a lot of All Ego Ethan Page fans happy, as he is very well renowned in the finger community. People love his fingers, but no, the figure community, of course, as we do know. He just did a vlog for my local toy store, and they were promoting it. I'm like, wait a minute, local toy store, I come in here every week. Can you promote my videos? What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know. We'll stay tuned to that. But if you're after those Ethan Pages, going to have 2 editions right there. Same thing with MJF. We're going to get the Joker with the Joker hit. I think that is really cool. That's the one I want the most, and that's the regular edition. Unmasked will be the Chase edition, the 1 of 5,000. So if you're after MJF, he's going to be in that series as well. We're also getting Lionheart Chris Jericho, a throwback. Be kind of cool to display with that old Jax one from back in the day that kind of represents the same figures. I'm sure we'll do it when it comes comparison time on the very videos and unboxings and things. Samoa Joe, a bit of a repaint from that Target one, but it makes a little sense. Get it out to the masses as well. Daniel Garcia, first time in the line. Get a first time in the line title belt as well. A lot of people are excited about that. And then, of course, Saraya, the former Paige in WWE. A lot of people going to be after that one there. So it looks like a pretty good lineup. Can't wait to get those at the table, unbox, all that fun stuff. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We will unbox all of those. WWE Mattel Elite 110. We did see glamour shot images in the package, and that usually means we're dangerously close to shipping. Very wild how quick those are coming out. I would expect those in the next couple of weeks via Ringside and then the stores, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. What is time? What is weeks? I don't know. Be on the lookout, though. But we did see Pretty Deadly in packaging. Very excited about that one. I do like Pretty Deadly going all the way back to the NXT UK. Looking like a good set right there. Rhea Ripley, got to think a lot of people would be excited for that one. However, it just always seems like we're behind the 8 ball on Rhea Ripley figures. Just when the new one comes out, it's like kind of out of date. She's more of a goth black dresses now this day in age, but you know, it is what it is. We're slowly progressing our way to that, I guess, is what we're doing. We got Rhea Ripley returning to the Elite line, and a guy that's no stranger to anything Mattel at this point is Roman Reigns. Doesn't absolutely set my world on fire, but of course, tip-top guy. A lot of people are going to want that one. Austin Theory makes a return to the line with a much improved head sculpt. Very excited to see that one, of course. Bruno Sammartino, which one of these guys is not like the other? And that's Bruno Sammartino in his shiny green shorts, of course. He's got the green trunks on, representing the Oakland A's back in the 70s. Huge Reggie Jackson fan. Shout out to Bruno Sammartino. And then, of course, Butch, a.k.a. Pete Dunne. 2 versions there. One of those ones that might trick you. You got to look at the trunks to find out which one is the regular and which one is the chase. But 110 looking good. Something new, something old, something modern. A little bit of something for everybody in that set, if there ever was one. So it does look pretty good. Obviously, we'll be unboxing those on the channel as well, so stay tuned to that. How about a little retro, the old retro corner? KWK coming in extra hot. We did see Taka Michinoku head sculpts with him, a little bit of how it'll look. And KWK brand has even said how hard, of course, Sean over there, saying how hard Taka's likeness is to get. I can see that. It does look a little hard, but it does look like Taka. I'm not sure in this aspect I could be able to say, oh, there's Taka right there, but you put a little color on it, I might be able to get it. But we got him around the corner, hopefully later this year. Of course, Mantar, we gave away one of those on the channel, part of 40,000 subscribers. But Mantar is just starting to ship now, and it looks like the snafu, of course, the warehouse. If you've been following social media, you've seen some of that. Good news for collectors because there's a lot of upswell. I think a lot of people getting behind this brand here, maybe slept on it before. There's going to be some extra Mantars out there. So people that missed out will have another chance. About 100 more Mantars into circulation. Good for you if you did miss out, so you'll have a chance at that. And then PN News will be right around the corner to ship as well. Can't wait to see these in hand. Of course, we already had an early look at the Mantar figure. Check out that review if you did miss that. I'm very excited to get those in hand. Can't wait to see those ones there. Moving on, some more retros here. Grapplers and gimmicks. Of course, old Hastel Toys out there, always hustling. And we got a figure for him tomorrow in weekly purchases. Make sure you check out weekly purchases tomorrow. But we got the Quebecers, a.k.a. the Canadians, whatever you want to call them. Jacques and Pierre. They're coming, of course, to the line. We've seen them in the past, coming sooner rather than later, and we know those things turn and burn pretty quick over there. Compared to some of the other companies, they do come pretty quick. So anxious to see about the old Canadians here before too long. And then a guy that takes his sweet time, but hopefully, I keep saying it sounds like it's ramping up, getting a little quicker. Zombie Sailor, of course, Henry Godwin. Man, this is an amazing Henry Godwin figure. Very, very good looking figure right there. So that thing's around the corner. Who knows what series that one's going to be. We're still waiting for Series 3 to ship. We've had a few things, the Todd Pettingills, the Slicks, the Mark Sterling, some things to whet our appetite in between. John Gargano. We got those as well. But Series 3 should be coming soon, and maybe Henry Godwin's part of Series 4. We know Ahmed Johnson's out there. There's about 50 guys out there, in all honesty, so we'll see where those end up going sooner rather than later once again. And then talking retros, but this time in the more Bone Crusher or Cruncher, depending what you prefer, line. Of course, figure collections. We have some of that tomorrow in weekly purchases as well, so check that out. But we did see the Macho Man is just around the corner. Sounds like he'll be shipping in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So if you've been patient, man, he's coming soon. Everybody Everybody loves the Macho Man, of course, and you get a Bone Cruncher style Macho. It's never been there before. However, some breaking news this week from the Fig Cave podcast. Shout out to the Fig Cave over there. Of course, good friends of the channel. I've been on that podcast a time or two. You might have heard it or might have checked it out, but they did have figure collections on over there. Jack from Figure Collections, and he did announce on the show a 1 of 200 Macho Man. So, Macho Man collectors gonna want to get after that Macho Man, a rare boy if there ever was one. 1 of 200 Macho. He will be in stock here in the next couple of weeks, so better be paying attention to that website when the drop does go live. And that's it for wrestling news. A little bit quiet, but some big stuff. A lot of figures this week, but not really big news. Once again, we're coming off the heels of WrestleMania. There's not going to be a ton of Mattel news, as you can imagine, as we start ramping up for, of course, once again, San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner. Still on the fence. Do I go to San Diego Comic-Con? Do I not go? I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? I need an assistant. I need an assistant to go with me. Who wants to go to San Diego Comic-Con with me? It's unpaid. It's an internship. But I'll take you. You can help me with all the channel duties and things like that. Wouldn't that be a fun time? We just hang out all weekend. We could get bunk beds at a hotel. It'd be a great time. Trust me, it'll be a great time. We could go get some KFC, maybe. Who knows? Get Long John Silver's. Do they have Long John Silver's in San Diego? They better, or I'm turning the plane around. Turn the plane around. There's no LJS here. What are we doing? I need some coleslaw. There you go. But speaking of San Diego Comic-Con, some leaks this week. I'm sure we'll see more official pictures in the future, but they are going around right now. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from, of course, Super 7, the Ultimate Editions. We do got a cloaked version of Zartan getting the most out of your molds, of course, and we see this with San Diego Comic-Con, not just with Super 7, but a lot of these different toy lines. They don't really reinvent the wheel too much. It's just a little extra something special for the convention. Now, it's something that maybe wouldn't sell the best at retail at mass release, but it's something for the hardcore fans to keep the flames going, of course. But we got Zartan from that classic episode. You know, he's going to do some snake charming, things like that. I'm a bit of a snake charmer myself, as you guys do know. We do got Zartan coming, of course, from the Joe one. A must-have for me. Michelangelo, a little Pizza Box Express, a little pizza shop. Mikey, hey, man, I'm here for that. I never turned down a pizza. I'm here for that one. I'll be picking that one as well. Groon, one of my all-time favorite villains in the Thundercats. I love me some Groon, so I'm all in on the Groon Ultimate. Of course, Translucent. We know we're getting all the translucent colors under the translucent rainbow from Super 7 Thundercats, except Lion-O, apparently, as he didn't hit with the Cat Slayer, of course. But I could see that coming out somewhere along the way as well. But we got Groon coming, that's a must-have. And then we got a Dungeons & Dragons, and as you guys know, I don't know anything about Dungeons & Dragons. But the girl, of course, she's got her invisibility cloak, I think she wears, or something along them lines. But we're getting an invisible figure for the Dungeons & Dragons line. It'll be interesting if that hits before the regular line does. We'll see what ends up happening there. But some fun exclusives. Can't wait to hear what NECA has. Can't wait to hear what Mattel has. I think it was about a year ago today is where I found out about Ali, and I was sworn to secrecy. Couldn't say it. I put some hints out there, of course. Some people guessed it. A lot of people didn't guess it. But I haven't really heard anything yet, so it'll be interesting to see. Rumors are it'll be a single-packed figure. We'll see if that ends up happening. But more on that and more on all these companies, I think, in the next month or so. We should hear some more San Diego Comic-Con plans. So be ready for that and get your wallets ready, as I always do say as well. How about a little Marvel Legends this week? A little bit of a surprise here, but it really isn't a surprise because I tell you guys every single week in this very video pretty much that all these companies, Marvel, Hasbro, WWE and the Mattel line, any of these lines, NECA, you name it, they all want every dollar out of your wallet. It's a true fact. They view you and your money. That's what they like. They want to sweeten you up and get that cash from you. And that's what we saw with Marvel Legends this week is they did re-release the Silver Surfer, former Walgreens exclusive, gosh, from almost seems like 10 years ago at this time. A very hard to get figure, a very sought after figure. And of course, guess what? Hasbro knows that, so they're going to re-release that. They'd rather have the money than the people on eBay. That's just the cold, hard truth of it all. Great for new collectors once again, and that's why I always say I don't use collectors, especially or collectibles, as an investment. It's a dangerous, dangerous game. There's a lot more safe things to invest in, but hey, you like to roll the dice, you like to roll the dice. But a lot of people are angry about this, but a lot of new fans, new collectors, new kids out there, they're happy to get a classic Silver Surfer, and I get that as well. So that is up. I saw it on Amazon, I think Entertainment Earth, all the usual places. And then, of course, Carnage. We've known that was coming for a long time. That finally went up for pre-order on Target. I passed on it. I think there's some new hand effects on this. I said, do I really need this again? So it's going to be one of those things, if I see it in the store and it catches me at the right mood, maybe I'll pick it up. But right now, I didn't pre-order it, anything like that. It is what it is. But now we turn our attention to one of our new segments on the channel. It's called Couch Talk with Todd McFarlane. Todd, why don't you come off from the couch, come sit by me here. Special guest Todd McFarlane, folks. Oh, what? Todd, you're turning the wrong way. Todd's not ready to make his camera appearance here. Maybe he said San Diego Comic-Con. If I do go, he might make his first appearance on channel. We'll see what happens. Somebody send a note to Todd McFarlane. Best friend of the channel, really. You stay on the couch all the time, but he's a little shy, as we've known. But Todd not messing around this week. Todd said, give me all the repaints, and let's do some new repaints as well, and that's what he did. But he gave us some new stuff as well. So let's dive into some couch talk. Of course, this week, I actually pre-ordered using code MTS10. Todd, when can we get a see you later code or a code Kyle on McFarlane? Can we do something like that? MTS10, I don't even know what that stands for, but it will get you 10% off the McFarlane store if you want that. But I did pre-order the old Booster Gold. Of course, we've had him a couple times in the past. Now we got him again, so Booster Gold coming back in a new paint scheme, a little bit different head sculpt as well. So I know a lot of Booster Gold fans out there. A bit of a deep cut, but a very popular internet darling. Dare I say it? Dare I say it? We got that coming out. Ambush Bug. I've never heard of this in my life. This is one of those wild, crazy things that I absolutely love. Todd, you're preaching to the choir here with something like that. I'm here for this guy all in green. I think he was the A's mascot or what? Yeah, you're right. I knew that. Around MC Hammer time. Of course, it was always Hammer time over in the Bay Area. If you know, you know. And shout out to the Bay Area, of course. Living good life in the Bay. Testaments out there. The Dublin Death Patrol. We know how it goes out there. But I believe Ambush Bug was going to be the A's mascot. It fell through. Some contract issues, I think is what you said, Todd. Yeah, that's what Todd said. Contract issues there. But Ambush Bug, man, looking crazy, looking wild, looking crazy. There it is. And Mr. Freeze, no stranger to the McFarlane line. Let's get every bit of that Mr. Freeze out of there. We've had like 4 different versions of this figure, if not more than that. What's another one? What's another one? But those were up for pre-order this week. Got to think shipping in the next couple of months or so, so we'll be ready for that. And then, of course, Todd not messing around. He said, you know, GameStop, I still love you. I got some more exclusives for you. And I've seen a trend, and I'm not going to like this trend, but the Frostbite Edition in the heat of summertime, I guess we're going to have the Frostbite Edition Joker, one of 7,500 once again. Yeah, Todd, it's a wild number. I don't know. We've got a Frostbite Joker, and we've seen this Joker like glow in the dark. We've seen him sketch edition. We've seen him translucent. We've seen a regular edition. I mean, Todd, you're really milking these molds when you're getting like 6 or 7 different versions of the same figure in different kinds of plastic. It's an absolute wild, dare I say, a power move. Only somebody with so much power from a couch can do stuff like that. But we're getting a Frostbite Edition Joker. Of course I'm in. I got the Frostbite Batman. We unboxed it on the channel about a week ago. Gotta have Joker to go with Batman. It's all coming up Frostbite. Once again, right in the heat of the summer, the Frostbite getting to us. Man, absolutely wild times. Wild power moves from Todd McFarlane over there on the couch, but we got that coming. And then we're not Jokered out yet. Joker Punchline 2-pack. I'd never heard of this Punchline character. It almost kind of like a Harley Quinn type character, kind of trying to get Joker's affection, trying to win Joker over with some crazy antics, and apparently it worked along the way, so who knows, but we do got that coming up as a 2-pack, and I believe that's sold out real quick on your store, Todd. That's good for you. That's good for you and your wallet. Shout out Todd McFarlane, businessman #1. And then he gave us another Spawn statue that nobody really wants. Yes, it's true. Nobody really wants that Spawn statue. I don't want those 8, 9-inch Spawn statues. I saw one on my figure hunt this week that I'd never seen before, and I said, I'm not getting this. It's not worth the $50, $44, whatever it is. Just have to pass. Can't get it all, Todd. Can't get it all. Just pass it on the Spawn statue. That's what I'm going to do. So that is a commence of course, Couch Talk with Todd McFarlane. Todd, appreciate all the help. Appreciate all the support, you know. I care for you, Todd. I really do care for you. You're a good guy. I don't care what the people say. I don't care what the people say. You're a good guy. Heart of gold at the end of the day. Never change, never lead like a young Rio. And put your cape back on. There it is. Todd power moves, wiggling his toes from the couch. Stay tuned. More Todd McFarlane to come on 2.0 especially. If you're not subscribed, you better get after that. And the final piece of business this week, before I head off to Chicago, it is Mondo Bane. And I don't really get the Batman animated series figures from Mondo. How much can you afford? That's the question. You know, how many deals can you afford? That's what my dad always said. Good friend of my channel, my dad, of course. Kyle, how many deals can you afford? That's the question, and that's true. Because the Mondo Bane is not really that big a deal. They're very expensive, of course, as we know. But man, I really love this. I would love to have the Batman to go with the Bane and have him getting broken over the knee. I think that would display really awesome. Really want this Bane, but I'm being good. I'm holding back. I'm going to keep it to the X-Men, going to keep it to the Masters Universe, and that's where I'm going to call it quits there with the Mondo stuff. But man, this Bane one looks good. Love it. It reminds me of the old Kenner toy back in the day, an all-timer of a Toy Hall of Fame member if there ever was one. But if you're after that Bane, get after it. It's a limited edition, of course, as we do know with these Mondo ones. They go quick, and apparently there was a trap jaw in Big Bad Toy Store last week. Nobody told me about it. Flew totally under the radar. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Big Bad Toy Store, I need that trap jaw mini comics version from Mondo. Did you guys get one of those? Did you even know it existed? I never saw Big Bad Toy Store. They never promoted it. Mondo never promoted it. What are we doing? I'm going to flip this table over. I've had enough. I don't know what to do. I'm all worked up, and I almost forgot about it, and then I brought it up here talking Mondo. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm going to track that trap jaw down. But I'd be interested if any of you guys found that one. Did anybody find that or even know it existed? Man, they just can't catch it all, I guess. It's not like a game of Pokemon. It's tough. It's tough. So there it is. That is the toy news this week. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop the clock. I almost forgot album of the week. I got running through things so fast, I forgot all about the album of the week. So we're going to break in. We're going to do album of the week. And this week comes from a good friend of the channel here. Comes from my buddy Trevor Church. Of course, Trevor, the leader, the brains, and the brawn, we'll call it the brawn as well, behind the band Haunt. And Trevor sent me a nice little care package this week. Couldn't say I'm more appreciative of something like this. He did send me the new vinyl albums of the brand new Haunt album. Of course, Dreamers right here, as you can see. Pick it up wherever fine vinyl are sold, or head over to the Haunt website, of course. That's where you got to buy it. Buy it from the artist, always supports the channel. And then he sent me one of the old album, I guess the album before here, The Golden Arm. Of course, Haunt once again. Beautiful thing here, Kyle. Keep on being a badass and follow those dreams. You're an inspiration. So it's always nice to be an inspiration. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I do appreciate Haunt. I do appreciate Haunt and their music. Can't wait to see Trevor in the band later on this summer. Very, very cool to get these autographed ones sent to me. If you haven't listened to both these albums, you're really missing out, especially if you love traditional heavy metal. And you know it's a traditional heavy metal channel at the end of the day. But check these out. Hit them up when they're on tour, of course. Support the band Haunt. Love bands like this that are out there grinding, doing it. DIY attitude, you have to love it there. And of course, anytime they're an action figure collector, even better at the end of the day. So shout out to Haunt, shout out to both these albums, but check out the new one, Dreamers. And I appreciate Trevor from Haunt sending these my way. Very, very good brother out there. So that is the album of the week. Before I head off to Chicago to C2E2 at the Kane County Toy Show, what are your guys' thoughts though? Any good toy news out of you guys? Anything I missed? You guys let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day and then some. And of course, you guys know we got 2 YouTube channels. Make sure you subscribe to both of them. A lot of fun stuff over there. Of course, did that Jazzwares Vault video on 2.0 this week, and a lot of Todd McFarlane from the couch as well. So check out the 2.0 channel. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss a video. Some sleeper videos over there, as I always do say. Patreon, you get early access to both videos. You get all the glamour shots. You get the giveaway, of course, every single month. Monthly Q&A, dog stuff, pizza reviews, you name it. All going down on the Patreon. Best way to support the channel, as I always do say. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So, for another week of the toy news, you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into the weekend.